Hey everyone, let me see who pops up on this pop-up live. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes. Let me go ahead and get everything pulled up here. Let's see if it's showing up on YouTube yet. It is. Alrighty, let's see. Ooh, I look fuzzy. I look very buffering. All right, let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of some of these screens. Hey everyone. Oh, let me get my ducks in a row. I look really fuzzy. I don't know how good my internet is going to hold out. We are in Louisiana. Jeanette's right next to me. I could probably wave to her. Actually, she's probably laying in bed. We are in Louisiana. We're like 23 miles from the Texas border. So pretty cool. I hopped on here and I'm like, oh, got a little internet. We'll try it. Gypsy Jeanette is right next to me. I'm right there. Looking at a rig. We are pulled into a Cracker Barrel outside of, all right, Jeanette, where are we at? So let me see here. Let me say hi to everybody. Papa Drew, hello. I got Nell is here. Hi, RV DJ. Hey, hey, hey. Shana Craft. I got my travel buddy, Chasing America. Hello. I'm pixelated. Here, there is Weekend RVing. Traveling Granny, Kenneth Oaks. Yeah, we laugh because we're like, where are we at? So in order to figure out where we're at, we pull up the weather because it's the GPS will do the weather. Lucky Dog Productions moderator. Hey, Sue. So it has been a crazy drive. Today was not a great one. We made it. It was a long drive, probably close to 6 hours. I think we left at 7 this morning. And then I don't think we got here until 1-ish, something like that. We are Sulphur, Texas. Wait, no, we're not in Sulphur, Texas. That's next. Huh? Jeanette, why did you put Sulphur, Texas? We're not in Texas yet. So we got here just after 1. Yeah, so it was a long drive. Bad traffic. Some stop and go in Louisiana. Not a fan of Louisiana I-10. We went all around. We did do 10 to 12 to go around New Orleans. It's Sulphur, Louisiana. Okay. My phone's ringing. It was my child. I'll have to call her back. Yeah, can you tell I'm like a little dazed and confused? So we started at 7 this morning. It started out okay. We had lots and lots and lots of fog. We had fog until almost 10 o'clock in the morning. Hey, whoa, Nelly. Why am I not a fan of Louisiana? I thought Florida drivers were horrible. There's a name that we can't say. I can't say on air of some of the stuff that we witnessed by drivers in Louisiana. It was absolutely nuts. Yeah, it was nuts. But we got where we needed to get to. We made it to where we wanted to make it. Tomorrow we're not going to go as far as what we probably could, but I mean, today was a long drive. The roads were horrible. The roads are horrible. What was that Jeanette, what was that road that we were on? Well, it was I-10, but what do you remember where it was that it was the bridge that went on forever and ever and ever? And then there was a bridge that I swear, I'm not exaggerating, it looked like it was a 45-degree angle bridge. It was like, whoop, whoop. And it was in a city. I can't even remember now what city it was, maybe Baton Rouge. But it felt like we came around the corner and we see the bridge. And I was leading and Jeanette was behind me. And I'm like, we have walkie-talkies. So we're talking to each other with the walkie-talkies. And so I'm like, big ass bridge. And she's like, oh. So that was basically, yes. I don't think we were able to take our, hey, Bambita, hey, hi, everybody. Oh, my gosh. Y'all are all popping in here. Aisha's here. Papa Drew. Is that what that place was called? Artists on the Road? It was beautiful, but the road was like forever. It was miles and miles, probably at least 30, 40 miles on, was it Lake Charles? We are right outside of Lake Charles right now. Yeah, we're right outside of Lake Charles right now. The hurricane devastation around here is everywhere. It is really, really, really crazy. Like when we first got close to this area, I told Gypsy, I'm like, hey, look over, look at the tarps. There's tarps everywhere. And then there's trees literally through houses still and debris everywhere. Papa Drew, are we taking notes? Yes, we are taking notes. We are taking notes. We started journaling. I don't know where mine's at. Well, I got it. So we started doing a journal. It was the devastation was sad. I mean, even sitting here, we're sitting at a Cracker Barrel right now. I'm facing a Super 8 and I see windows out in the Super 8. There's the big contractors, dumpsters are sitting here. Hey, Van Vita. Like it's the devastation is everywhere. So it's crazy. Our Cracker Barrel we stayed at last night, oh my gosh, I think I posted it on our community tab. It was beautiful. We were the only ones there all night. It was off of the interstate. Gypsy was able to like throw the ball and let Hoagie go run, and it was like really, really cool. We are Cracker Barreling across the USA. We literally are Cracker Barreling across the USA. Though we are going to be staying at a Passport America tomorrow night in Texas. So I think we're both pretty pumped about that. They have, it looks like full hookups. It looks like we have laundry facilities, so we could do some laundry while we're there. They have showers. They have 30 and 50 amp hookups. So I think we're looking forward to that. The weather has been pretty good. We had our first few nights were really, really cold. I think 2 nights ago we woke up and it was in the 30s. So it was like 31 or 32. And we weren't running heat, but we did fine. Artist on the Road, she needs a shower. She said she needs it more than me. She's went longer than me. Papa Drew says you all need po' boy sandwiches. And in Texas, some barbecue. Yeah, we're not here to sightsee. Yeah, we're not here to sightsee. We are here to. Oh, I got a new member. Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I have missed you. I can't wait till we have a regular schedule and we know where we're going to be and we can like settle in, because Shana Craft, enjoy the journey. I know everybody keeps saying enjoy the journey. I like to have the journey behind us. Hey, Positive Pusher. We're not stopping along the way. We're just barreling through. And, you know, after we get to where we're going eventually, and we have time to kind of relax, then when we go out and visit, I think we can enjoy it a little bit more. But right now we've got Gypsy's rig is probably 30 years old. Mine's 20 years old. This is just, let's just get to where we're going and make it there in one piece. There is a blessing in the journey. And you know what? Don't miss the blessing, Sherry. Thank you. Because we have definitely come across some blessings. And I've been vlogging it along. So I've made some videos. I haven't put them together yet. So I have been videoing it. Our first few days were really, really rough. The first day I had an issue with my rig. That could have possibly stopped us, or stopped me at least. I ended up with a hole in my roof because I wasn't paying attention. So we fixed that the next day. Then the following day, it was Gypsy's turn. She had an issue. We fixed that because, you know, women brains, we're pretty amazing. We use some genius ingenuity for sure. Papa Drew, that's not going to be a hot tub. We're going to drill holes in it. We're going to make sure there's no water filling up. So for me, there will be a video, but I took out my antenna on my roof. And in the process of taking out my antenna in my roof, I did knock it off pretty clean. So we did patch it, but I've lost my antenna. We left it in Florida by a trash can. Jeanette had a luggage rack on top. The roof of the luggage rack, it didn't survive the trip. So we left that. I don't know if we left that in Alabama or Florida. I have no idea. I have it written down. I journaled it. Then we had the owl. So y'all saw that, the owl. That slowed us down. We were probably an hour. Waiting on somebody to show up for the owl. Check out your live stream from today. I think you will be blessed by it. I truly pray you are. God sent me an amazing surprise at the end. Oh, absolutely. We'll watch that when I'm done here. Now, how did it happen? Are you talking about my antenna or the luggage rack or the owl? I don't know. The owl was alive when we left the owl. I don't know how badly injured he was or how long he had been sitting there. He didn't look well, but his eyes were open. He was clucking. So he was, you know, doing his beak. So that's a good sign because he got agitated enough to try to get us away because he couldn't move. So that was a good sign that he was like mad enough and aware enough that we were there. But he definitely had at least a broken wing, and he had a broken foot or a broken leg because his bottom foot, his talons on the one foot were all out and supporting him, and the talons on the other, he was all curled up and he was very swollen. And then on that same side of his body, the wing was down. So he definitely had some injuries. So yeah, I took a video when we were walking up to it. How we saw it was we were pumping gas, and I finished before Jeanette had finished. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking across the parking lot and I see something. And honestly, it looked like an owl. It looked like an owl. And she had gotten back in her rig and she was documenting her miles, and we were doing that. And I got on the walkie and I'm like, is that an owl? And I didn't hear anything. So then I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe she didn't hear me. So I'm like, over there in the parking lot, is that an owl sitting there? And all of a sudden she flies out of the rig and she starts walking over. So I get out and I turn on the video camera as we're walking up to it. And yeah, we're like, is it alive? Is it dead? Are we being punked? Did somebody stuff an owl to see, like, and video us, like on one of those TV shows? Yeah, because it kind of felt like that. And then it turned its head. So it was alive. We did call Florida Wildlife Control. We waited almost an hour for Florida Wildlife Control. We had to go because Jeanette had to leave her RV running that whole time. So we had just gassed up and we had it running, and we didn't want to just sit there and leave it running and burn up all that gas. We're trying to make it without having any kind of engine issues. And so one of the things is we try to keep her running as long as we can keep her running. So I did go to a beverage. There's like a discount beverage, drive-through beverage alcohol place. And they were there, and I showed them the picture of the owl. Let me see if I have it. I showed them the picture and said, this owl is right over there. And they were going to call the local police so that the local police could come and watch it. But they were also heading over there to look at it, to sit with it. Let me see if I can find. So that's Owlie with his eyes open. So there he was blinking. He was beautiful. He was absolutely beautiful. A gentleman came up that called FWC. He came up behind him and was rubbing his back, and the owl completely like turned his head, like a dog or a cat that when you're rubbing it and they just are like, well, it was doing that. And then all of a sudden it kind of flipped its head around and then it started clicking. So we were like, it's time to back off. So hopefully they came and they were able to, help it and save it. So that's the owl story. My antenna story was the antenna's dead, gone. It was my stupidity. It was me being overly tired, not paying attention to my height. And I decided to I had to back up, and I was kind of stuck in an area where they were covered parking spaces. So in order for me to back up, I had to kind of wiggle around, and I was trying to judge where my antenna was, and I was trying to back it up so that I didn't come to my antenna, and I misjudged it. And I whacked my antenna off. So we figured out the next day how to get me on my roof because I do not have a ladder to get on the roof. Class Bs don't always have ladders. So we got it. We rigged it. That was a video coming because it was absolutely genius what we did, because it's a female brains think differently. And we knew we had an issue and we knew we needed a solution, and we did it. So we did it. And I monkey climbed onto the rig and laid across the top of it and was able to cut the coax and disconnect one wire, and I handed it down to Gypsy, and we trashed it. And then while I was up there, I patched it, and we're going to have to do a better patch probably once we get to quartzite, but hopefully it will get us to quartzite. Can we tape it back up with high-speed tape, or is it gone? It's a trash can. It's gone. I mean, it's gone to the fact I even took my TV down that was in my rig. It was in pieces. I mean, I literally had pieces falling inside the rig. So that's how violent it was. Like, I hit that and I wasn't even going more than a mile or 2 an hour, but I must have hit it so hard that I actually had the inside component fell, and I had pieces of plastic falling. It probably didn't help that it was very brittle, like from the Florida sun. So I could just bend it like that and it was breaking. So that probably didn't help it, but it's gone. And then kind of the same thing for Jeanette's luggage rack, Gypsy's luggage rack. It was that we probably could have found a way to screw it on, but the plastic was so brittle that it probably would have just cracked and split anyway. And then if you're going down the road, we don't want that to fly off and hit somebody. And that was my big worry, because I had to drive with my antenna flapping. So it happened in Jacksonville, and then I had to drive another maybe 40 miles to get to Gypsy in Georgia with that thing banging around. all kinds of things could have happened. It could have hit my solar panels. It could have broken off and hit somebody's car. But there was nothing I could do. I couldn't get on top of my van to disconnect it. It's probably going to turn to a better situation for all. Yeah. TV is overrated, I guess. I mean, I still have the TV. I can still do satellite. It's a smart TV, so I can do satellite. Or I can use my laptop. Some lessons so far that we have learned is power, as far as electricity, is everything. I have solar right now on my roof. I have 2 panels and I have 1 battery. And either my panels aren't great enough, or my battery is either not strong enough, or my battery just, I've killed it. Or the refrigerator right now that I'm using, because I've got a different refrigerator. So the refrigerator I could be using is pulling too much amps. But my battery doesn't last, that's solar power. It doesn't last more than 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours. So that's been an issue. So I've had to throw out food multiple times. Hey, Minivan Mike. Following the yellow brick road. I'm sorry, I'm missing everybody. Burning up the roads. So that's been a dilemma. So I do have an Apple Cool refrigerator that's already been delivered to somebody that's going to bring it to me when they come to Quartzsite. So that's going to solve that one problem, because that can run off 12 volt. Plus I got the adapter that I can run it off of the solar. Then we're going to look into my battery and possibly replace the battery or beef up my battery, and then possibly look into my solar panels once we get to Quartzsite. Those are all things. So electricity has been one thing. We haven't really needed AC because it's been cold. I do have a generator. So when you're staying in places like we've stayed free this whole trip, we haven't had to pay one penny anywhere we've stayed. So I can run the generator, and I have in the morning run it for a couple minutes, mainly just to, give a little juice to my laptop or give a little juice to my phone, because I don't have a Jackery. Jeanette's got a Jackery, so she's using that to keep everything of hers charged. And then I've used it also to charge a little bit, which has helped. But power is definitely a thing. I did get an adapter. I was looking to see if I can reach it. So I did get one of these. So USB to plug, or 12 volt. And then I can have a plug, and then I have my little USBs here. So I can do this. And this works really good. I've charged my laptop with it while I'm driving. I've charged my phone with it. This has worked out pretty well. I don't feel comfortable plugging the refrigerator into it. That's called an inverter. I know that's what that's called. True. So, yeah, I do have this, which has come in handy. I mean, literally right now, my laptop is plugged into my solar and it's charging. Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be jumpy either. But yeah, that's the inverter. You need to use the generator to charge your house battery. I can't. My generator is not connected to my house battery. That's the other issue. So I can't run my generator and charge that battery. It won't charge. Artist on the road, where are you at? I'm looking at her. She could walk over here, but she's probably laying down in bed because, we had a hellish drive day. Hey, Rayleigh Creative. It was a two-handed drive day all day. It was just not a pleasant. The day before our drive, it was fairly pleasant. We blew through Alabama. We never even stopped in Alabama. We were going to, no, we never even stayed in Alabama. A little bit crazy. We went straight from Florida to Mississippi. I don't even know. I'm exhausted. I'm with Sherry. We're almost to Texas. We're 23 miles from Texas, I believe. 22 miles from Texas. So tomorrow's plan is we're going to do a short drive day. Probably get halfway between, or almost halfway between Houston and San Antonio tomorrow, and spend the night at a Passport America park. So that's going to be our first place that we're going to be able to, that we're actually going to have to pay for. And that'll be good. We can take some nice long showers. We can do some laundry. If we need AC, we'll have it because we'll have full hookups. We can flush out our tanks. Oh, yeah. So the place we're staying is actually right next to a quail farm. So we might eat quail. We might have quail for dinner tomorrow night. Quail or owl? No, it's too soon, Papa Drew. No owl. Owlie is fine. We're going to say Owlie is fine. We're going to go with that. I wish there was a way for me to track it. Wonder if I called FWC if they would tell me. And Papa Drew, I was thinking we might be able to wire up the car battery to the house battery and have the alternator charge at the same time. I don't know. I mean, that's one of the things. I do think I need to replace the battery. I need to replace the housing where the battery is at, because the housing is pretty rusted. So I'm a little worried about it getting more erosion. Hokey might eat the quail. That's kind of what I'm more worried about, because we are next to a quail farm and we like to take Hokey out and let him run and play. And so Hokey likes birds. Yeah. People eat owls. No, we're not. Nobody eating owl. No. A little bit crazy. Yeah, you can do that to the battery. Yeah, there's definitely, but we just need to get out to courtside. That's one of the reasons why I'm like, I know everybody's saying enjoy the journey, but we're driving. I'm not driving a big rig, but Gypsy's driving a big rig, burning up the roads. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That was like a little speedy pair. Thank you. That's awesome. That's gas money. Oh, and the van is doing great with gas, by the way. I probably could fill up maybe every 3 times that Gypsy's doing. Yeah, I get about a quarter of a tank when we go and we fill up for her. So that is really, really good. Really creative. Thank God for those who are willing to help, like Drew and those in the queue. They are great. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what everybody keeps saying is don't do too much, because, we're going to help you when you get out here. Don't do too much because we're going to help you. So I am looking forward to the help. I have done a lot, and, we're figuring it out. Burning up the roads. I'm so excited that you found you a rig. Papa Drew, do not shoot the dog, shoot the bird. That's for Paula to do. Paula does the bird. The bird. Oh, thank you for those of you that shared out my video. You know who you are. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. This really was just a pop-up. So, Lucretia, there's lots of things that come up unexpected along the way. and just be prepared to roll with it. Because I think that's the one thing we've done is we've just rolled with it. We've laughed. We have laughed so much. I couldn't have picked a better person to do this journey with, and I don't even know whether or not I was picked. I think this was meant. Like there's something here, because it's been an amazing thing. We are like sisters. Well, Weekend RVing, thank you so much. Papa Drew, big news for me. She's going to be on a couple channels getting major interviewed. I've put in motion for her, so watch for that coming next month. I've never been interviewed, I don't think. So I might have to have a practice one. I've interviewed, I've just never been the interviewee, so it'll be interesting. Totally meant to be, yeah. Totally meant to be. Totally just, she thinks it and I think it at the same time, and we say things and it's just like, really? That just was getting ready to come out of my mouth. Papa Drew, I got you too. Just enjoy the ride. Friends looking out for friends. We are looking out for each other. Weekend RVing is playing with my little van emoji. Thank you so much. How are you guys doing? I feel bad. I miss everybody's lives right now. We've had kind of intermittent internet, and then when we have had it, it's been like, then we've been dead. Like batteries have been dead. So it's been like, okay, I can get online. Oh, I can get online. I am at 4%. So I pop in. I think I popped into somebody this morning. Oh, Bob and Sue, Lucky Dog. I popped in just as we were getting ready to pull out. And about that same time, my phone died. So it was it just happened to be that way. Did I get the $10 on StreamYard? Yes, I did. Yeah, and I was already a paid one, and it let me switch it to the $10 one, which is pretty cool. Papa Drew's RV is amazing individual. Yep. This has just been, it's been a journey, and we're rolling with it. Papa Drew's, he is a dork also, very much so. So, and I haven't been online, and I tend to be his filter, so hopefully he hasn't gotten himself in trouble. Jeanette that's right. Yeah, so I am not going to drag this one out. I just wanted to give you guys a little update, let you know where we're at. Tomorrow we'll be in Texas. It looks like we'll be in Texas for 3 days. Then it's Nevada. No, New Mexico. Then Arizona. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, following the Yellow Brick Road, when do you head out? Papa Drew, I bet you haven't been bad. I bet you have not been bad. I'm pooped. January 1st. Okay, cool. I cannot wait to meet you. So many of y'all that are coming out there. All right, I think I originally came over to the van to take a nap. I think I'm going to do that. So tomorrow, pending good internet, I will try to do another one tomorrow. If internet is good where we're at, then I will do it tomorrow. I will be back on tomorrow. I don't know when. Following the Yellow Brick Road has a live tonight at 7:30. If anybody else wants to post things that they're getting ready to do, or they're getting ready to post, or videos that they've uploaded, feel free to type it in here. That's all good. Nelcore, thanks for checking in. Thank you guys for caring. I've gotten a few messages, and so I wanted to make sure that you guys knew what we were up to. The road has been crazy, but it's been enjoyable. It's been empowering. It's been inspiring. It's been tiring, exhausting, stressful, but that doesn't outweigh how amazing it has been to take this journey and to see the things that we're seeing, and to know that we're doing this, and we are two strong females and we are getting it done. We got past a couple struggles that could have stopped us, and we worked together and we got past it. And I mean, we did it, and we're going to keep doing it. And there's Miss Jeanette with her little smiley face, because yep, we did. Weekend RVing, your shorts, rain, and your hummingbird. I heard it was raining on you guys. I don't want any rain. I don't want to test out my patch yet. I'm not ready to test out the patch. All right, so I am going to scroll over here. I'm going to end it now. So it was 36 minutes. I appreciate all of you guys. I love you all. Appreciate all the thoughts, all the prayers. Papa Drew, you're right. Don't worry about us. Worry about everyone else on the road. We'll be safe because we got each other's back. We got it. We got it. And we got a wealth of people right at our fingertips that if we have a question, we send them a message and they help us. Sue, great seeing you here live. Prayers to you and Artists on the Road to keep you both safe on your journey. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sue. I will try to check back in tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, once we are showered and relaxed and rested, both of us can get on the live instead of us going. She's right over there. That's her window. That was her window. And we were at, I don't think you can see it, the Cracker Barrel. So I will say hi to Mom. I already talked to her. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Don't panic if you don't. We'll get on as soon as we can. But maybe tomorrow we can get both of us on at the same time. Where are you saying? Thank you for coming by. So as always, like I tell you, go out there, be blessed, bless others. It's an amazing world. Get out there and see it. And I could do Jeanette's, or I'll let her type it in. Jeanette, you want to type in your little tagline? Because they actually had this mug at Cracker Barrel here. And I saw it and I was like, if we already didn't need mugs, because we don't need it because we're trying to not accumulate crap. I've left things along the way. We've downsized even on the road. Do you want to do a hug and a... I'm waiting. Papa Drew, please shower before I get my hug. We're clean. We are clean. We just don't feel that great. A kiss and a peg and a hug around the neck. That's from Gypsy Jeanette. So you guys have an awesome night. I will try to catch out some live streams after my nap. Bye-bye.